says we're live.
It does.
Yeah. Question is, are we though?
That's what I'm trying to find out. Could we be live? Should we be live? We be live!
Are we actually though?
See? Pinchy! Pinchy! Pinchy!
It's delayed though.
Oh, yeah. Live is not necessarily
Alright, so I guess first thing we'll do is show my battle scars.
instantaneously live. Oh, I'm being pinched now.
Yep.
Pinchy. Pinchy, pinchy, pinchy.
Hands are stuck.
Let's see. YouTube Studio.
Show some fancy nudity. Alright, so can they see them?
Yeah, sit down a little. Or straighten up your back a little. No, meaning shoulders. There you go. There's his battle scars. So here you're coming for your battle scars. Now I'm pulling up our videos.
They're a lot bigger than I thought they'd be.
Yeah. Well, when you shove a
Oreo sized cookie.
all right. So let's start here. No, we did those. Okay. So now we're to the next one. We have 2 people watching us. That's probably there's that was 1, 2, 3, 4. There we go. Adventure 5. And we start at the bottom. All right.
I feel like I should push the camera a little more that way.
It's all right. I'm the center of attention.
Yes, you are.
Obviously. All right. Interesting. So they say it's better to have bad video than brain washing out audio.
Yeah, in other words, my tablet's better at audio sometimes than your phone.
Well, when you have it balanced against weird things, for some reason...
I was thinking part of it maybe is the internet connection may have been better that day.
That's true. That's true.
Ooh, tingles. There we go. Turned on my knee tingles.
Alright, so I'll let you scroll through the comments and questions and
Okay.
who's it's whatsers. He's right now telling everyone real quick that we're
Live.
of the live variety. Yeah, see, now I have a super chat button. Ooh, what's a super sticker? Oh, cool. Super stickers, you pay money to throw them up as well. That's kind of cool.
Okay.
Alright, so we're, there-ish. And then scroll down so that it goes up type thing.
Should I scroll down?
No, other way. Yeah, that way.
Okay. People ask the weirdest questions.
Yeah, see, that I didn't.
But it's true, though.
Oh, okay, yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
I just didn't comment on it.
Alright, comment. We have already watched it at least 5 times, for it's really interesting and useful. We like it. Thank you, Ben. Our mood rises up every time we watch you.
It's because I'm a sad guy.
Why would that make people's mood be better?
Because they look at me and they go, "Ha, we're not as sad as that."
Hand me that rock of fool's gold. I'm gonna hit you with it. I'm gonna smack you with some fool's gold and whack the fool out of you. Because that's what brothers do when we love each other. We smack each other with rocks.
They beat the pyrite out of you?
Yeah, we beat the pyrite out of you. For both brothers. All right.
Are you sure?
You're about to be offended. Because excuse me if I offend. I need to make it big. We have heard a lot of times that nowadays Americans don't like or would say avoid to take responsibility for their faults. You invented the phrases "I'm sorry" and "I apologize." Now I have remembered the story about the crashed plane and discussion between U.S. and Japan. It's very rarely we can hearken "excuse me, is it truth or lie?" Maybe "excuse me" is old-fashioned. Yeah, excuse me, sorry, I apologize, all those, they're actually very old English words. So actually blame the Germans, because it originated from the Germanic language. So yeah, blame the Germans for I'm sorry, I apologize, excuse me, stuff like that. As well as like various different cultures have developed their own sayings for I'm sorry and stuff. A lot of times nowadays I would say it's used more empathetically than literally. Like I'm sorry, Ben, doesn't mean I'm the one at fault for what happened, but I'm really sorry that you can't go to work right now. I am empathetic to the fact that the roads are closed.
Actually,
and covered in snow.
That is a good thing. I should show everyone this.
That the roads are closed?
As of a few minutes ago, they have it just plowed enough to get emergency fuel into the valley.
Right, so
only one-way trucks can get into the valley.
You can kind of see it.
There we go.
I wonder, we should probably turn on the lights and point them at us.
There we go. See, so right now, there's only enough space, kind of, for semis to make it into the valley. So,
like, does that actually make it better or not? That's the question.
Well, usually light does.
Yeah, okay, I'd say it would.
But, there's only enough of the, road plowed to get... What? Oh no! He knows my pattern now.
I'll forget it.
Forget what?
Yes. And yes, my hair is gone.
Anyway.
I shaved it off to, because I was getting a lot of migraines.
But yeah, that's why I haven't been to work, unfortunately, the last week. So I've rebuilt my daughter's bed. I've built shelves in my daughter's room. I completely and utterly emptied out her room. And I also am now putting everything back in so that hopefully we can do more of our videos in our living room over there. Because I took her room and put it in our living room, which her room is actually twice the size of our living room. So there was a lot of junk. Anyway, I'll go ahead and let Joe continue his reading.
I like dust on my glasses.
You know, it's kind of funny. You cut your hair, and I am
growing yours out.
Growing it out. But I'm also growing it out for a different reason than you cut your hair. Because I'm working on donating my hair.
I got my hair in a bag over there.
Because I totally and completely think that no one would really want my hair. So I should just donate this?
No, because I don't want to shave mine off. Because I like my beard.
I think mine's a little longer.
Maybe, but mine's thicker. I actually have to shave order all.
I did mine too. Anyway,
Flash!
Ow. That just,
It went too far back.
I didn't put mine but barely in. Because I have gum.
Oh, I don't.
And I didn't want hair in my gum.
The beard tastes like conditioner.
You didn't rinse your hair good enough.
Apparently.
You got hair all over my phone, too.
Sheesh. So this is kids' questions for you.
Oh, gaga goo goo.
How much do you eat?
What?
How much do you eat? How much food do you ingest? And what type of food do
Is
you
that
prefer?
for me or for kids?
It's for you.
Oh.
From the kids.
Oh. Depends on if it's a weekend or a weekday. A weekday, I have usually some type of breakfast burrito. For breakfast, of course. And then I usually don't eat lunch. And I sometimes then eat, I don't know, I eat random stuff then for dinner. Yeah. I also usually have a hot chocolate in the mornings. I like hot chocolate. Hot chocolate's good. So that's usually what I do.
I gotta remember how to get link things. There we go.
And then when it
What?
comes to like weekends, I have usually like cereal, or I'll make pancakes, or other stuff like that, or I can, yeah. I usually make a lot of things on my days off. Like yesterday, I made a chicken Alfredo soup with some extra cream to try and kind of thicken it up. I also, let's see, I made some bread to go with it. And so, I mean, lots of things like that during the weekends. But that's kind of what I eat. Is I usually during the weekdays eat quick dollar store microwavable food.
That sucks.
That's what I got.
Yeah.
They're usually not too bad. I like the...
I don't usually eat anything for breakfast. When I wake up in the morning, I'm slightly nauseous from it. Yay life. I eat a large lunch, then I eat a tiny dinner. And what I eat varies from Asian cuisine to Mexican cuisine to... I cook my own food.
This is true.
Because I can. Okay, sorry. There we go. Alright. Alcohol and cigarettes. No. To neither.
Used to, but no.
Cigarettes taste bad, and alcohol tastes bad usually.
I kind of miss both, but no. Haven't in 17 years.
Do you collect stamps, postcards, matchboxes, or anything else? I collect a lot of things.
I know. Someday you should see his room.
Not just the bed, but
it's
like
a hoarder's room.
this. Yeah, it is.
I mean,
it is. I even got a giant pail of random gun casings over there, or bullet casings, I guess.
So I guess you could say I collect guns.
Yep.
I collect coins.
Yep. Although I think my coin collection is getting bigger than yours.
I collect. Mine was taken back. But also I collect. You should see my PS2 games or PS3 games.
Yeah, quite a few.
Yeah. Kind of things like that, I guess.
I collect things.
I got Nerf guns. I got almost 100 now.
I only have 3.
Because we're going to have fun with those during the summer.
Yeah.
I also have, like, not necessarily things that go in firearms. Like, I got knives. I got a ton of knives. In that knives, hatchets, machetes, things like that. swords. We've got a beanbag gun now,
Yeah, I want to shoot something with it.
and I've got ping pong balls that I want to shoot with it. 'Cause I think they're about the same diameter, but we'll have to see.
We'll have to find out, yeah.
Yeah. Anyways,
We collect things, and you'll probably see them more appear up in videos. Hey, Ben, it's past time to wake up to go to work.
okay.
Is there anything that you're afraid of?
Spiders.
I get spooked by spiders, but I'm not afraid of them. If they suddenly appear on me, I'm going to react to them. But if I see a spider on a web, if I see a spider run across over there, but if they suddenly appear on me, I'm going to react. I spook easily. I don't scare very easily. What scares me is humans, though. Why? Because they are unpredictable. Animals are predictable. Weather is predictable because it will kill you. You know, those things want to kill you. You know that is, and you can react to it. Humans like to do it with a smile on their face. Where's my knife? Let me grab my elven.
I guess I would say a harm coming to my family.
Yeah, that'd be terrifying.
That's kind of. I mean,
I like this one. I think it's pretty.
Oh no, I'm going to be demonetized.
It's not sharp.
I had one of them demonetized because we mentioned guns.
We've already mentioned guns in this one. Like, it's really dull. Yeah. It is really dull.
Anyway.
Mostly because it's a prop knife.
Oh, I also have a Bushido now.
A Way of the Samurai?
I'm saying it wrong. A wooden practice sword.
Boken.
Yeah, one of those.
Yeah, it's a Boken.
6-strand wooden practice swords. Monica bought it for a prop.
Yeah, it's a Boken.
Which she's going to try to do. She's got a couple of samurai outfits that she wants to put on during the summer.
She also should take my loot and pretend to play it. Because that's very close to a Japanese. That one's technically a Russian balalaika, but it's very close to the Japanese long-necked one. It's like a mix between the two. Oh, this one's for me. As I can see you, Joe, have not put varnish on your wooden sticks over your head. Nope. We learned that if wood is without defensible layer, it can be a friend with worms. Some breeds of trees are connected with unpleasant lice. Do you, Joe, like small insects, or is it Ben against to help you paint your structure? It's because it's mostly pine and cedar.
And it's also inside.
And it's also inside. So as long as I care for it and the humidity in my room is fine, then it'll be just fine. Yeah, no, if this structure was outside, I would varnish it.
Plus, I am lazy.
I'm not done carving it is part of the problem, too. I'm slowly carving more and more stuff into it. So, until I finish carving it, I'm not even going to paint it. And as you can see, by them only slowly appearing, it's going to be a while.
I'm lazy also.
Yeah. I also have like a cat toy tied up to one leg. I have a... Yeah, no. It's inside. Plus, these cedar planks here protect against bugs. Bugs don't like cedar. And then the rest of it is pretty dense pine. So, like, as long as it doesn't get horribly weathered, which I'd better not be, it'll be fine.
That's an oxymoron. Dense pine.
Pine? There can be dense pine. Pine's technically a hardwood. No? It's a softwood?
Yes.
Well, it's harder than everything else up there.
Yeah.
And it's
I'll go for that.
Yeah. It's a lot harder than balsa.
I'll go for that. I made a fidget spinner out of balsa wood.
How many milk teeth did you have, or do you burn them yet? Milk teeth? I'm not 100% sure on that question, what a milk tooth is. You gonna look it up?
Milk teeth.
It's not like...
Deciduous teeth, also known as baby teeth.
I don't have any of my baby teeth.
No, I gave my baby teeth to the tooth fairy.
Same. Yes.
And then when I found out that I could get money, I went ahead and I pulled them all out.
Yes, he did. So when you were like us, young, were you in the Boy Scouts?
Yeah.
Yes. He got much... He's an Eagle Scout.
Yeah, I even went on to Venture Scouts.
I have no idea what I am because when we lived in one area, I progressed really far. I had a Boy Scout leader that actually cared about me. We went on camping trips. I had a lot of fun, and I fell in love with the Boy Scouts. And then we moved to a new area, and the leaders there repeatedly lost my paperwork, never helped me with anything. I had to be the one to drive all the way to the because at this time it was in Pocatello. It wasn't even Idaho Falls. I had to drive all the way to Pocatello from here to get my paperwork every time they lost it. And they lost it every time I got it. So I gave up. I stopped caring. And so I have no idea I never even got any of my badges. Let me put it that way. All the badges I earned, I never got a single one of them. So I stopped caring. And I kind of regret it, but I also know it's not my fault. Because I tried. My dad tried. My dad drove me. But that's when he was going to school and all that other stuff as well. So we were having a lot. Yeah, no, so I gave up, moved to a new area, and I wasn't one of the, they didn't know my dad, so they didn't care about me. It was a lot of what happened when we first moved to this area. A lot of those people now are gone now, so I don't care. As well. But yeah, it was, so I have no idea what rank I have. I have no idea what badges I actually earned because they actually never even filled in the paperwork for the badges I did earn.
Yeah, I went all the way from Tiger Cubs all the way up.
I was in Tiger Cubs, and I was in Cub Scouts, and I went to Boy Scouts. I had to fight to go to the Scout camp because they didn't even want me going to Scout camp.
Don't know. We'll see if they leave a message.
Alright.
Someone called me.
In your country, we adore it like yours. There is a saying, you should do 3 things in the world. Plant a tree, build a house, and bear a child. To this point of time, did you plant a tree, build a house, and born children? I have done all but one of those. I don't have a kid.
I haven't built my own house.
I built tons of houses, though.
But not my own.
I've built ones I've lived in. So technically
Not
you have 2.
mine.
They were your dad's.
Right.
Yeah.
I want my house.
We've also
now.
planted lots of trees.
I
Not
want
just at
my
this
house.
apartment, this house, but several other, yeah. No, so we've both planted a lot of trees. We've both built houses. He has a kid. I'm not married.
I want to find land in the Teton Valley so that I can build a house.
I agree.
I think that'd be good.
Right.
Then I wouldn't have been out of work for the past week. Stuck. Away. 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 Anyway.
Okay, so apparently,
Yes.
the open appealing proclamation, not for the sake of competition, because the sound was broken on that one recording, to the try again when I read that one.
Oh.
So they want me to read it again.
Okay.
'Tis a lesson you should heed. Try again. If at first you don't succeed, try again. Once or twice, though you should fail, try again. If you would at last prevail, try again. Though we may not win the race, What should you do in that case? Try again. If you find your task is hard, try again. Time will bring you your reward. Try again. All that other folks can do, with your patience, should not you? Keep this rule in view. Try again. This question, which is named Moon. Yep. As young as you feel, you cannot take it with you. Do you agree that these movies are wonderful and useful? Black Backside of the Moon, Last Time I Saw Paris, The Garden of Allah. I haven't seen any of those movies, actually.
They don't.
As Young as You Feel. It sounds very familiar, but I'm not sure if I've actually seen it, so I can't tell. You Cannot Take It With You. I think I've seen that one, but I could be messing it up with another one that I'm thinking of. And if it's the one I'm thinking of, I really liked it. If it's not the one I'm thinking of, I don't know. And then Backside of the Moon. Last Time I Saw Paris. I haven't seen that one.
That one sounds familiar to me.
And The Garden of Allah sounds familiar, but I don't think I've actually seen it. I've seen the book. We sold the book, Dad and I, but I haven't read it nor have I seen it. So I can't really give you an opinion on either of those or any of those. I'm sorry.
No.
Okay, this question is for Ben.
Oh, me?
Yep.
Okay.
Not all girls are always good. Sometimes they are naughty, but curious with the children's natural desires. Ramona are admired by schoolmates, but she admires Ben a little. So Ramona asks Ben, has finger of what hand been shown by you, free and proud American people, when the Queen or the King had ordered you together with the Great Britain?
I got lost.
So has a finger of what hand been shown by you, free and proud American people, when the King or Queen had ordered you to be together with the Great Britain? I wonder if this is a question. This could either be a question on the Revolutionary War or a hypothetical question on whether or not America should join back with Great Britain.
Yeah, I'm not 100% sure.
Or maybe it's about, it could be about World War I or World War II for all we... I'm sorry.
You'll have to re-ask that one. Because I'm not 100% sure.
I apologize.
Sorry.
It's omniculture I don't understand.
Says Joe, thanks for the shirt.
Yep.
That's why he giggled.
Alright, so here's a serious and linguistic question. You found my fidget spinner. Alright, so this is linguistics. I was actually trained in linguistics. I know linguistics.
I will not argue with the guy that is pointing a knife at me.
I wasn't pointing at you, I was pointing at me.
No, when you said, I know linguistics.
I know linguistics. Was still pointing at me because it was tapping on my cheek.
Okay.
Here, how about this? I know linguistics. Thankfully, it's dull. Alright, there's a combination of words. This country or this land. It is often used in sentences like, everything is bad in this country. This country needs to be saved, etc., etc. This group of words are used everywhere, from USA to Russia. I think all over the world. Some philosophers, for example, Michael Veller, say that a person using this couple of words doesn't believe in his own potential power or force. It means they decide instead of us, not me. We are losers at all. Even literature is rich with this word couple. In Animal Farm, we can find Major's words. This situation is bad. Is it because this land of ours is so poor that it cannot afford a decent life to those who dwell upon it? That's the quote from it. Thus, brothers, if a person does say this and doesn't say our, does it mean that he doesn't like his country, like most politicians, and is weak-willed and spineless loser? Personally, if you're talking about this country as in another country, and it's an implied, like you were talking about Mexico, and you don't live in Mexico, and then you say this country, not so much. But when you're talking about your own country that you live in, I do believe that we should call it our America, or our land, our country, because your country is all a country is a collection of people with a ruling body over it. But the ruling body only matters so much. It's the people inside the country that make our country good, bad, or whatever. It's the people, and it's our choices. So I do kind of agree that a lot of them try to use this country to differentiate themselves, when I believe that we should do to stand aside from. It's like, oh, we're not part of this, when really you are, because you exist in it.
For this.
Yeah, when you are, because you exist in it. All the choices of the country are still technically part of you, because you can make the choices to help try and steer it. You know, the government may be the steering wheel, but the people are its hands. If that makes sense? Okay. I made sense. Your thoughts, Ben?
I was nodding in agreement. That's why I even came up and said.
True.
Whew. Here. Spin it.
You took out one of the little...
I did.
Yeah. It's not as easy to spin.
Right, but even when you get it spinning...
You can almost keep it spinning by just wiggling up and down.
Yeah, if you hold it and get it spinning, it kind of throws your thumb around.
Even when you do it like this, it's like up, down, up, down, up, down. Up, down, up, down, up, down.
I took out one of the counterweights, so it only has 2 of the 3.
Aha, I can keep it going. No, okay. There we go.
All right. Anyway, give me back the fidget toy.
For Joe. This is a question for me. Joe the younger. Can I say thou for you? I mean du. The reason is that if we speak Deutsch, I don't know how to address myself to you. Du or sie? I would say du, because it's informal. Sie is formal. We are not in a formal environment. Although technically sie can also be done for people you don't know yet, because usually you're formal with people you don't know.
I was going to say, it depends on if you're talking about how people identify themselves. But that's for a different video, not on this channel.
Yep. That's it. Should we go back to some of the pre-questions you didn't answer at
Sure, you could.
4? Or
So
was
you
it
go
3?
back, yes, and then back one more. And then see, I have yours is up top, so it's 5, 4, 3. So that one would be your next one. Then you scroll down and hit the comments. It's the very bottom. And then, yep, view all. There you go.
Alright. I'm just going to start at the bottom, though.
Okay. Alright, let me put the counterweight.
I answered that one. That was a question for me.
Okay.
Alright, for Ben. A young girl of your Lindsay's age wrote poetry question to Ben. Please, Ben, don't cry if the grammar's bad. Some native English-speaking persons include batty adult munter women we have seen were angry and arrogant when we did mistakes with grammar. But I tried as kind Uncle Joe had read. Explanation P.S. from Rami Princess like your last year, Lindsay. Alright, so you gotta read that.
Okay. I hope that Ben is always honest. My question will have been by Ben done at. I'm sorry by I should have said, but rhyme asked me that word to lay. Correct myself by 6 p.m. When wakes up early Uncle Sam. So, if Ben were a man to work as governor for child of world, from the Chalk Garden movie well, would Ben agree to work there tell? What would you do with that girl, Ben? Would you spank her on her small bed? Do punish your princess like lass? Or do you yell spreading some word gas? Tell us, Idaho Big Bear Man, what would you do, say to girl fan? I usually don't. I try not to get mad or louder or try to sound like I'm not angry. As far as when Lindsay tells me the things that she has done wrong, then I do not punish her as much as when she does not tell me. But yeah, I usually don't punish. I usually try to stop and talk her through it and have her tell me what and why things work or don't work or what is wrong with what has happened. So, yeah. And usually the threat of spanking is a lot worse than actual spanking, in my opinion.
Oh, this one I answered for you. Basically, the fact that you had Grand Targhee on your shirt a lot. Alright, so I answered these questions because they're to both of us. Now it's your turn to answer these questions.
Oh, sorry, what?
Did I answer these questions beforehand? Now it's your turn to answer them.
Oh, okay.
What are your first and second favorite bird?
That would be the eagle.
Which, there's a lot of eagles.
Bald eagle, of course. Sorry. And then the teacup owl.
Teacup owl's very cute. Alright. What flowers are you fond of? What is your most favorite?
I usually like baby roses.
Those are cute.
That's usually my favorite.
Is the yo-yo popular in America? Did you play with this toy as a toddler or teenager?
More as a teenager than I did a toddler. But yeah, I did play with the yo-yo. I got pretty decent on it.
How many grandmas and grandpas have you got?
Well, currently alive, we only have one. I have met my great grandpa. Great grandpa Fackrell and great grandpa Amtoff. So I've met my mom's side, and then I've met one on my dad's side. Great grandpas, but they aren't alive anymore. That was when I was very young.
And then, what did you feel like for It's a Mad, 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 Mad World? Did you like that movie?
I liked that movie.
I like that
was
movie
a fun
too.
movie. That was definitely a fun movie. Very fun movie.
Alright, where do you usually save your money? In banks, at homes, in gold, or under your mattress? Maybe labeled in jars.
Yes. Because I have some in a bank. I have, actually, I do have a folder underneath my mattress with money in it. I also have money kind of hidden in my car and in other places. And I do have some gold around my house, too.
Apparently, the movies we did, it happened on Fifth Avenue, Harvey. They didn't find the guys come home, but there aren't contemporary American films for kids.
Okay. I watched it as a kid, Harvey, and I loved it.
And I'm wondering if contemporary, I think, means modern.
Oh, okay.
So they're not modern.
No.
No. I don't know many
I don't watch a ton of modern shows.
Same here. Oh. This time...
What?
This time they want you to read to find out whose voice is better.
Oh. Should I take off my shirt like you did the first time you read it?
No, because see right above that it says it makes the old women have red, shy faces.
Well, I did marry a redhead.
Okay.
Anyway, sorry. 'Tis a lesson you should heed. Try, try, try again. If at first you don't succeed, try, try, try again. Once or twice thou should... See, this is the problem. I have a little bit of mix-up on my words, which is why it takes me so long to get a video out. Because the words don't... They switch around on me. Anyway, let me go ahead and redo it one more time. Let's see if I can do it. 'Tis a lesson you should heed. Try, try, try again. If at first you don't succeed, try, try, try again. Once or twice, though you should fail, try again. If you would at last prevail, try again. Though we may not win the race, what should you do in that case? Try again. If you find your task is hard, try again. Time will bring you your reward. Try again. All that other folks can do, with your patience should not you? Only keep this rule in view. Try again. So it only took me twice. That's not too bad.
Yeah, that's it.
Oh, okay. So, anyway, I have to kind of pretend to go back to work too. Because even though I'm not at work and my actual office that I'm supposed to be working at is over an hour away, I still have a lot of text messages and phone calls and things like that.
Paperwork.
And emails and such. So, anyway, hope you guys liked this final edition. Maybe in the future we'll kind of do a catch-up video or something like that. Or something else like this in the future if you guys want. Anyway, you all have a wonderful and blessed day. And I'm hoping someday on one of these live chats I'll be able to see like a super sticker, whatever those are, and or super chats, or because I finally have figured out how to accept them so that we can get them on our channel for our live videos.
Yep, you just had to do a questionnaire.
Yeah, it was a fun little weird questionnaire, and it was weird getting to it too. But anyway, you all have a wonderful and blessed day. And then Joe's got to climb across everything to try and get to that mouse button. Bye-bye. Pinchy, pinchy, pinchy.
Poke.
I feel a great weight is being forced on my head.
Massage, 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 massage.